Hello and a warm welcome to Agric today on Arcn television, Mabushi, Abuja, Nigeria. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin Amin. On today's episode of Agric today, we shall be taking a look at the collaboration between the Arcn and that of the Plant Breeders Association here in the council. The Executive Secretary, Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Dr. Adamu Daban, has pledged commitment to the forthcoming conference. This conference is aimed at ensuring that plant breeding in Nigeria does not come to an extinction. Of course, visiting the Executive Secretary, the leaders of the association have also assured the council that they are here and ready to train all plant breeders here and in the institutes and colleges in ensuring that the food sustainability program of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes to fruition. Let's go in now and see what this meeting is going to be about. Let's go in.
The council will change the narrative. No, it's a question. And that's this meeting. It was a problem to brainstorm. What are ways to see to bring back the brilliance of the system? Well, not brilliance. Let me bring it. We know, but these are the common people that start developing people. So now they are doing that. So now what do we do? On my own thinking, I was not prepared that any dimension you want to have, but we should put it towards leaders, training leaders. Whether you have just come and do that, we won't get you. We will feel comfortable so that other people will come back. And every time when you are non-leaders, there's a problem. So that's why we orientate, we discuss, we plan. If part of the process of how to change the narrative. Because we need it. They are part of the system. They are not there. Most of them are already where they are problem. But still, we know that. We have done that people are and even so, we can make it a lot of more. We make a problem that the diploma a problem, HMA a problem. So we can start growing our own from scratch. So that was one problem looking for programs. We are going to level of ND, HMA, go for OGT, then we our stuff, and from there we use us. I found the best idea there. We can be there HMA. One of the models is the one that PhD, master, and PhD. So the chair, the president was the tax system. So what do we do? We have a lot of strategies that will make it so sexy for them to come. Even if there is another department, and we have the opportunity to open. But the message is open for it. We look at critical area. We are part of the state. So if the fund can put no critical area, I know when we will change. If somebody is allowed to there are many there, and it's a good call that change. You go have a master's, library, and a PhD program. So that you useful to the system. But it's not represented. So if that, you can discuss about that. It will help us. And I think other areas are same. Basically, the other world. If you don't have this people, but we still have out the web of the local for entry level, HM level, and connect to the university that are studying plant breeders, either BSc plant breeder or breeding or master or PhD. So I want to finish our affiliate those universities. We start affiliation. So when we finish, they go there for their first go there. And now not that it was more for alcohol. Even after we get up at to the employ them to do what quality we employ. So everything over that, like systematically, what we are telling them. So that we have to come back, we have more. What am I supposed to do that? If you have members, what are we? We need more members. do them by making environment easy for them. Give us an incentive, don't pay money, just so that they will not do. We'll buy one for you, association for you, association, we'll get the form, everything free. So that person will go and do what we do. Come on, now. Now, other ones that are many, we give them wisdom. Maybe you have, when you are planning a school, full scholar. Yeah. For those who have example of places that I want to go. But sometimes behind me, no for that master of things. But let me go on this that. And that's how we do it. So how do you another government is so on. So we can have a before. When you get money, we need to give that call.
Participations from international bodies like the GIZ, the OLAM group, and so on, we're able to attract the Seed Association of Nigeria, Sudan. We're able to attract All Farmers Association of Nigeria, and AFAN. The Lower Benue River Basin authorities have also been part of our conferences across the years. This way, the people we attracted. NAFDA have also participated in our conferences. Ministry of Agric, the headquarters, have also sent representatives at one point or the other. So today we are here to continue our deliberation on the requests that were made to you. We first and foremost want to thank you sincerely for the letter you sent to us accepting the request. It is heartwarming that you did not just accept, but I saw a phrase that touched my heart. You say you are willing to promote the association. And to me, it was a big plus, because under you are several research institutions that have plant breeders, and right now as I'm sitting here, I have identified a plant breeder. We have a sensor that we know them. And before we leave, we will capture that one and another place. So we have several research institutions under you that also have plant breeders. And you have several colleges of agriculture under you that have several plant breeders. To India to train, and those people came back, and they started a program in seed science. PGD, seed science, then from PGD you go to MSc, and then you go to PhD. So I want to say that it is still possible that the University of Agriculture, Macaulay, will sign an MOU with you, and then we upgrade the program for plant breeding in the university to accommodate your peculiarities. That one I can assure you, my VC will accept that wholeheartedly. We have been working with other institutions and collaborating with them. We are collaborating with Federal Polytechnic, Bauchi, I think so, for some programs and so on. So we can also upgrade, get a curriculum for a PGD in plant breeding, and then from there they move to the masters and they go to the PhD. And so that we can get the ND and the HND trained. Let me also say, because some of these things, like you mentioned, when you are depending on weather, I was just looking at your website. I know where you went and delivered lectures on climate resilience. So you are already part of us. Now, when you are looking with weather, sometimes it's difficult. But because we have a targeted timeline to graduate our students, because of the MOU, and this is still achievable. Because if you go to UI now, there is Pan-African University. Their masters does not exceed 18 months. Come sunshine, come rainfall. We can do that in the university too. Improve, strengthen our research mechanisms, the equipment that are required. We expand on them and strengthen them to ensure that our students are able to graduate within recorded time. That will involve getting some screen houses. My VC recently was able to get through TED Fund a glass house. So I'm a professor for 11 years now, sir, by God's grace. I am seeing a functional glass house in Nigeria for the first time. I saw one in Isuka, it was not functional. So this is a building that regulates temperature, relative humidity, irrigation, and all the conditions you want. So it is possible that you can bring any variety from any part of the world under any climate, stimulate that environment in that glass house, and extract the genes, incorporate them in our local varieties, and boost their yields. So by expanding on those facilities, greenhouses, and getting irrigation equipment, we will be able to get our people graduate within the record time. It's just a matter of where there is a will, there must be a will. So I don't have any fears. Under this association, we have credible plant breeders. And when we say we are posting this student to you through this association, you must graduate that student within that record time. There is no need of talking other things. If you cannot participate in that program, leave it for us that we can be able to participate. So I can assure you that that is as good as done once we have signed our MOU. We don't have problem with that. My VC will welcome that idea any day, anytime, because that is what we are here for. Yeah. And the Plant Breeder Association, if we cannot promote our own, who are we promoting? So that is what we have. Of course, we can, where we have resources, materials, and where we can do. We have a small molecular biology lab there that people have been using to improve on cowpea, especially. Agric have released several varieties of cowpea. Some are resistant to drought, some are resistant to electra, some of these striga that disturb mostly in the northeast. And the varieties are doing well. So we are willing to collaborate with you to train as many people in the research institutes, in the colleges, to upgrade their knowledge in plant breeding.
Our research institutes, especially the plant-based research institutes, one of their mandates, the first mandate is genetic improvement of whatever mandate crops assigned to their institution. So, but at the base of this is breeders. If you don't have breeders, what we are set off becomes a concern. So, and that's why the ASM is here to support and promote what the Plant Breeders Association of Nigeria will be doing. In conferences like this, you strengthen each other, you provide way forward for the breeders, the little breeders that we have, so that they don't get discouraged. Sometimes ago, we had the breeders' rights, which was fought for them through the plant variety PVP.
PVP, yes.
Yes, and that reform is on. But I was with the registrar of the PVP recently, and he said a lot needs to be done for that office to stand so that we can defend our plant breeders, especially when it comes with their patents. So the ERSM, knowing such challenges ahead of us, is ready to look forward to provide solution to this, so that it will further enhance the national food security, which we all aim to have. So I would like to say that we believe conferences as this will spur such people to get involved, as well as requested that you want more people to join. And we have also the plant resources department. We already have people that have one or two ideas, who read breeding and working on it. And they are all working towards to see how we better the lot of plant breeders in Nigeria. So we request to, I know that we have, we need the cost implication for training breeders is huge. We have well-known one for Wakai, the decision in Ghana and the one in South Africa, which are well known worldwide for training plant breeders. And we also look forward at the time in this council, we are looking at how we can also bring that kind of decision to bear. But I know that the discussion will be further enhanced with this engagement we're having with you. And I know, as the Executive Secretary said, whatever it takes to see that we improve the lot in this direction, we all see that it comes to materialize.
Plant breeders that can work in our laboratories, various institutions, that can assist the researchers to have a very good breakthrough of our improved varieties of crops. I think the issue of we are going to use your association to have kind of we use a kind of MOU or design MOU we have engaged, like the TED Fund. We have a window where we can include those researchers or the youth that we are going to train to have very skilled plant builders. That's one. And he's talking of also sponsorship. We sponsor for the high level, like masters and PhD, for the breeders, so as to have very good, to develop our capacity at the research institute level. That's what he's referring to. And then the issue of one issue I want to raise is the sharing of knowledge, ideas and experience, which I think what you are trying to bring in now in the near future, the issue of the conference is one of it, which will bring researchers. I think the venue, I don't know whether are we supporting or we are hosting.
No,
which
we are hosting.
Yeah, we publish 2 volumes. So I please encourage your members to participate and encourage your members to also be part of our reviewers so as to engage them effectively.
Arcn is always a friend of leaders and will always be a friend of leaders. Indeed, we have conducted also our own analysis long before now and knew that the country is actually very short of leaders in Nigeria. Arcn had made some effort in the past actually to see how we could address this challenge of leaders, because even the little leaders we have, beside the fact of say we don't have them enough, the little ones we have are actually leaving the country for better offers somewhere. So we have thought of, okay, how do we make our young boys really go into breeding properly? Just like you said, somebody will have his first degree in agriculture, be Agric. Even if in his first year project or the graduate project he has done something related to breeding, by the time he's going for his postgraduate, he realizes that he's running away from breeding because number one, you have talked about it, the timing, the challenging and the stay. So we have looked at that critically, and in conjunction with, or in collaboration with Cornell University at the time, we have just looked at how we could replicate what you have just mentioned here in Ghana, and ours we call it Sikai. Now, why it was named Sikai? It was actually before going to be purely for crops also. We are looking at how we could train breeders, plant breeders generally. But we have looked at it that even in the livestock subsector in Nigeria today, we also lack breeders. And also for that reason, we felt, okay, we shouldn't leave the livestock sector away. And that's why it becomes Sikai. And Sikai was meaning Center for Center for Crops and Animal Improvement. Now, that center, we have looked at it, where should we domicile that? With Cornell University, when they came and we spoke at length, they really needed an academic environment because it's going to be purely academic thinking and academic training. So we decided to pick the 3 pioneer universities in Nigeria. Now we have looked at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, we have looked at University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and we have looked at University of Pbat. So these 3 universities are actually the universities we have benchmarked to say, okay, let's look at how this is possible. When we proposed that to them, they sent their own professors and resource persons from Cornell to Nigeria. And they came here and stayed with us for about 2 weeks or so. And they said they would want to see physically these institutions and facilities they obtain. I think we started with Ahmadu Bello University. Right? They went there, they saw ABU, they saw everything that we have in ABU, they saw the faculty, and now they saw the faculty in ABU, they saw both the faculty of Agric, they saw the faculty of veterinary medicine, they also saw as well the institutes we have like IAR, NARLS, and NAPI. Now, after looking at faculties, they looked at the institutions combined. Now, when they are done with those facilities, we moved them to Ibadan. They went to Ibadan, they also saw all that the University of Ibadan had, also in conjunction with faculties around some other facilities that are also utilizable. From there, they went to Nsukka. But on their own, not with any other person's influence, after they have come out and they said, I want to build a university that will be the best center for them to utilize. So we went into actually MOU with ABU. ABU had also provided a structure for where we were going to call the center itself. But all the facilities, both in the faculty and the researchers, were to be utilized for those training. Now, the only challenge we had when it was about to be implemented, because when they gave us, we are supposed to provide the rehabilitation and the initial what they wanted. But again, ONAD had its own part to which it would contribute. We are just to do all the basic science. However, funding denied us takeoff of that program. That's the truth. It was the funding that denied the takeoff of that program. As at that time, Arcn was not having enough fund to even put together that structure to taste of what it should be and things like that. That actually was what made us subside with that interest. Now, in the council itself, we had some issues. In the past, the white dog, the research officers cadre within the center council, and then it's only in their institute. But recently, they have approved research officers, and we have research officers. And if you have a research officer, if you are a research officer, you should know that your promotion is also dependent on your additional qualification and publications. And now, besides that, because you benefit what others will not benefit, because you will be here in the council till 65, while others will go at 60. Now, those staff need to be encouraged right from their period now to actually proceed. And we want targeted, I saw that last week, trying to do some compilation. We have some of our staff who had applied for study leave. They have left uncountable years. They have not reported back why they are not reported, why they are not here back. No, it's true. But you see, when there is an agreement like this, it is easy for we to track the progress of our own staff, and also easily to get the report of whether, where are they, what level are they, is there any challenge with their study that can easily be gotten, than to just ask the student himself to please update us on what is actually happening regarding your studies.
You have a fantastic team. I don't want to be very political, but the interaction I've had has been very, very encouraging. Sir, we are here to solve problems. We don't believe in talking too much. We are not politicians. And I believe that you spoke from the depth of your heart. And we are also here to ensure that you succeed in your office. That which you have said, you continue to always use that as your testimony in promoting goodwill and better friendship. In the course of doing that, people giving their best, unknowingly, because they always want to ensure that the system flows. Like I said earlier, we are here to solve problems. Now, the issue of having plant breeders in the country. Plant breeding is a course whereby people are not interested with the labor pain, but what is the sex of the baby. What I mean is very, very challenging, it's very troubling. Even what you term as a failure as a result. So we are here to stay, we are here to support you. Part of the challenges or the solution to what you have said, we have talked with my prof about having plant breeding institute in the country. If we have a plant breeding institute in the country, and we feel that your office, Arcn, is the right place to house such an institute, which will really add to your scorecard and leave your prints in the sands of time. Plant breeding institute will ensure that most of the farmers you have are knowledgeable in basic aspects of plant breeding. This is Agricultural Research Institute of Nigeria, but the key challenge is brokering research. That which you have been able to achieve in your laboratories, how does it get to the farmers? I'm excited to see the extension person you mentioned. So we will have a plant breeding institute here in your institution.
We'll work out the modalities and have an MOU signed. Of course, I have taught for 21 years before I was given this administrative appointment. I was a DEX officer for National Board for Technical Education in charge of accreditation in my college. For 8 years, I've never failed any accreditation, and also part of curriculum development and all that. My prof also is a resource person with NUC. So we are an all-rounder. Our interest is the country. Nigeria has what it takes to feed the rest of Africa. Let's forget about politics. Nigeria is blessed with several agroecological zones. That means Nigeria can do what Israel is doing. Having right leadership like your own, I don't have any fear at all. So we'll sign the MOU, even though we're here to talk about conference hosting, which we have gotten on the platform good, thanks to your magnanimity. We cannot just talk about conference alone. We have come to stay. If you're talking about food security in the country, you have to talk about plant breeding. If you're talking about achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 2, 13, 15, and all that,
With the proposed MOU and everything being said today, it seemed like a new dawn for Agricultural Plant Breeding Association of Nigeria, beg your pardon, and of course the council and Nigeria at large, as we know that if this training of course gets to different agricultural colleges and institutions, it's going to support the food sustainability program of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is hoped, however, that this does not take too long for the MOU to be signed. From here at the council, I'm saying bye for now on Agric Today on Arcn television.